How you guys doing? Patch 1.028 has landed in everyone's mail, and it's obviously my job to tell you guys what it contains and giving a really quick run through. So what we're going to be doing is going through each of obviously the points, and I'm going to try during some of my explanations do some little pop-ups, you know, up on screen there for you guys, and it should allow you to obviously see what I'm kind of explaining, right? So patch 1.028 for first things first does come out on the 9th. So that means 7 days from now, it's going to be landing in your game. And what the first thing is going to be called the Tournament of Champions. So I'm going to explain what I believe this is from my first impressions of it, and then we'll read exactly what this states. But this looks like it's going to be a formation-based auto battler where you go against potentially your own server as well as cross server, because it's kind of cool how this plays, because it's a game mode in Rise of Kingdoms and it's called Lost Canyon. So I am going to put a little bit of gameplay footage just there so you can understand what Lost Canyon looks like. And it's just this game mode where you can see these marchers run at each other and they do all of their skills, and depending on where you position them and who you've got in is obviously going to determine who wins and who loses, right? So it's a really cool little system. We'll see how that plays out. But in the blurb here, basically it just says the Tournament of Champions consists of stone, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and legendary classes. Each class offers 3 types of rewards: a weekly one, a season one, and Vanguard rewards, which are offered first time you reach the new class, which is kind of cool. The higher your class, the greater your rewards, right? And the way it works, it says challenges other lords' defensive formations to gain points and to reach higher classes. At the same time, you have to deploy your own defensive formations to fend off other lords' attacks and defend your own hard-won honor. And that's kind of how Lost Canyon works. You actually put a defensive formation up, other players have to fight against, and then you will be attacking, and you can have a different complete formation when it comes to attacking, which is really, really interesting. So we'll see how things go, obviously, for it, but that is the first thing. And now we're going into the second point, and this is honestly where this patch is going to be a pretty good patch. I'm not going to lie, everyone, even myself, had doom and gloomed Call of Dragons, and it seems like this is the patch where they're already starting to do the 180 on a lot of the stuff. So it's honestly a big W for the game here. So first things, 2 new legendary artifacts. We've got a brand new infantry PvP and control artifact called Deathless Vines, new legendary artifact Mad Goblin's Boon, which is an all-rounder one. So we'll soon see what these guys do. Obviously, when we get more information on them, they're going to be available in the Forge of Light, unfortunately. So we'll see again when we get access, if they're going to be worth spinning. Now they've got a new hero talent system, and this is kind of good. And I hope this only works, or maybe this works each season. Maybe they could update it or give us a bit more clarity. But it says each hero's first talent reset is now free, and it will not cost any bulk of alteration items or gems, right? It'll be just a free talent reset, which is really, really good. But I wonder if this is for the entire lifetime of that character, or does this reset each season? If it resets each season, I think a lot of players will really like this change. And if there's a dev listening, implement that, get that step forward if that's not even in right now, right? So percentages have been also added to talent screens. This is kind of cool. I'm going to make a whole video about this. It's where you're able to look at different talents and see what other people have picked. So you can see the global percentage choices and what everyone's going for, which is going to be really interesting to see if the metas shift or not. But then we've got some new support talent changes and a lot of different, to be honest, talent changes here. You can kind of read this yourself. I'm not going to go too much into it. But the next cool point about in this area is point 4 at the very top there. Add an ability to search for Darkling forts. Yes, we've got this feature before, I think Rise of Kingdoms has, which is crazy for that. So I really like that. Being able to search for forts now, it's coming into the game. Everyone can be poggers for that. So point 3 is now just adding more smoother stuff, and there is a couple of good points in here. The 12-hour city shield item is now being put into the game. A lot of the community did ask for this in a suggestion. Your voice has been heard. It's being put in. The tutorial area has been added to your profile selection. You can kind of do that. But the one we've all been waiting for, added the hero token exchange store, allowing you to scrap leftover hero tokens and exchange them for hero tokens you require from the current season. So this is going to be really good for obviously all the whales right now, because I mean, imagine you're a whale, you've just unlocked Tobin, you don't have obviously the wheel access or anything like that right now. Guess what? You might have so many tokens ready and you can max out that Tobin instantly without spending any extra money like some of the other greedier whales has done. So patience has been a virtue for a lot of players here. This is going to be crazy to see in the game. Can't wait to make a video on that, obviously. There's some other nice things like quick upgrade features on star ratings and artifacts, multi-use for resource items and speed-ups, and improve the resource gathering logic, which is fair enough, right? So nothing too crazy about there. Now 0.4, improving the alliance system. So there is some nice stuff in here. I might make a whole video on this if you guys want me to, but the best thing to know is generally they have made alliances better, but they've improved the defense for alliance keeps. So I don't know if this is to combat bastions right now, because bastions are kind of out of control, but there isn't anyone really, you know, there's no patch note here making them, you know, going craziness. But when you go right down to the bottom on 6, there is some bastion patch notes here. And to me, I don't know if this is going to be enough. So the bastions will no longer attack other buildings while they're burning. So what it kind of does at the moment is it'll just continuously, no matter what, fire upon a building until it's destroyed, which is kind of crazy that you don't have to do anything with that. But they've stopped that, right? They've removed that, and you can't no longer do that. Once the building starts burning, you know, the bashing is going to stop, so it's going to target something else to burn. However, this is the kind of scary thing. They've increased the frequency and the strength of the bastion attacks to make them more powerful in combat, which I think is a very bad decision, because the thing with the community is bastions are already proving to be a very, very pinpoint, you know, position that's just unbreakable almost. They are so hard to break through as a bastion, and here it doesn't really address that. So we'll have to see what this looks like in game, like always. Obviously at the minute we're just assuming from the information that we get kind of given in here, right? Apart from that, everything else you can kind of read on screen. If you want to pause it here and give it a quick read, you can. It's kind of just some extra bits to do with range of buildings as well as your cooldown of your skills. Now, to go down to more enjoyable events, improved behemoth raids. So giant diabear and all the behemoth raids are now available. The alliance mobilization event is now coming out. So this is where alliances, this is kind of cool, take part in an inter-alliance contest, complete quests to reach new classes and win amazing rewards and bring glory to your alliance. So this is again a very alliance focused as an event, which is really, really cool, but I feel like this is really conflicted with the game right now. You know, 200 alliances have gone down to 165. You know, now we've got alliance-based stuff. You'd think larger base communities, like 200-based alliances, would be the formula for this type of event. So we'll see how it plays out, but it is on its way. It sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds good. On paper. And then you got the pet party, so we've kind of seen what this looks like on those videos, right? So you can kind of summon this pet and then fight it and capture it, right? And this is going to be free and it's not going to cost you anything. We'll see again how good this is in game when we get to it. So the last little bits, the other improvements that we want to talk about, and some of them are actually pretty good when we're going down the entire list here. They've made the gem market to exchange coin value cheaper when it comes to the exchange house. And this means when you're buying, I believe, the ancient coins for, you know, stuff, they've made it cheaper. So it goes from 250 gems all the way down to 200. So it's 200, 10, 50, 24, 4, 800. So basically they just reduced it down by a certain percentage each side. Again, we'll see how good this is later down the line. They've added now a refresh button to the exchange house, allowing you to see changes in goods and sale in real time, which is kind of crazy. So that's again allowing you to buy and sell pet skills a lot more easier and see if there's any price increases or not when you're going for it. And then when we're adding on this last little bit, they've added the features that we've always wondering where they were, which is explore and the auto explore one, which is the scouting stuff. And this is increasing, you know, the exploration efficiency of scouting. It is what it is, kind of not too bothered about that. Going down through here again is just some nice improvements on what's going on, just kind of like display effects you can see again for the legendary monoliths, and then improve the refresh mechanism in store on the merits, right? So the merit store is going to have a nice little improvement. So elixir will appear with more regular frequency, which is really good. This is kind of the big bone of the game. We kind of fight a lot, but there's not enough free healing. But if they're willing to provide that through the elixir store, right? Through, not the elixir store, but through the merit store, amazing. We'll take that as a really good W for us. So we'll see how good this is going to be in games. That's kind of the one I really wanted to showcase there for you guys. And then apart from that, they've just added some extra little bits, right? On the Augur Stone here, down at the bottom where attribute buffs on Warpet skills, and they fixed some Warpet skills on the Advanced Chain Strike, which is kind of nice. Now, the big one to finish off this area, and this is kind of finishing off the whole patch 1.028 as well as a quick rundown with me, fix an issue where server status would display incorrectly. So when migrating, previously full servers would be incorrectly displayed as normal, but players cannot migrate to full servers. So basically what this is saying is there was an issue where players were trying to get into maybe like full servers, but they weren't full, they were normal. So hopefully that changes. We'll see how much of this is going to change. Boss Nasty's going to have a field day. He's going to have a field day seeing this, right? Because he's going to see this and be like, right, he needs to get all of the kingdoms ready, see what the current status is, and when this changes, see what the difference is and see who got actually changed, right? So we can kind of get a good grasp of that. And that pretty much is it. 0.1028 patch coming out again 7 days time. So I'll give you guys a quick summary now of everything we've just kind of gone through for the video before we go any longer. And overnight kept it under somehow 15 minutes, which is kind of crazy, I know. So we're getting a brand new game mode. This is going to be kind of like Lost Canyon in my belief from Rise of Kingdoms. In the second section here, we've got 2 new artifacts as well, with a new talent-free system on your first reset, as well as a bunch of new extra stuff here that you can pause if you want to check out with the search feature on the Darkling forts. 12-hour piece shield is now in the store, as well as the hero token exchange store. Can't wait to see that bad boy when we get into the game. They've improved more other features in that little section you can see down there. The Alliance section here, I'm going to leave just for you guys to pause, read it. There is a lot of info in there, honestly. And to be honest, I'm just a gamer, and I know I should focus a lot more on the Alliance side of things. But I think that is a lot more of an R4, you know, officer territory where you really do need to understand the differences and changes in your Alliance. If you want me to make a video on it, let me know. I will make a video on it. And then finishing it off here, we've got more enjoyable events. We've got Alliance Mobilization and Pet Party on its way. And then the Giant Diabet and Miasma Giant is now available in the Behemoth Raid event, which is kind of cool. And then all these are extra changes to the reduction in costs. And then all the quality of life changes here, all the way going down to the bottom to finish off with the best one again, Merit Store upgrade, allowing you to get more elixir, hopefully being regularly more appearing, right? So that is it. That's nicely done. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Patch 1.028, 7 days time. Obviously we're going to be streaming it when it comes, so if you want to watch me go live and see it all first look on my server, you know what to do. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Until my next video, stay safe, stay sneaky, guys. Peace out.